I have been saying this for a while now. I think the Marvel franchise is dead. I think that the movies that have been coming out, they're just garbage now, dude. I think Marvel is done. Ever since Stan Lee died and the end of what was it, in Endgame? Avengers Endgame, I believe that's what it was called. Damn, it's been so long I don't even remember the name of it. Avengers Endgame. Yeah. Avengers Endgame. Marvel has just went down the shitter, dude. They're not the same.
Stubborn lip skin that I ripped off right before starting this
Oh my
recording, so
god,
my
dude.
lip might bleed a little bit. Don't be concerned. That's just part of being 31 years old now. Even something as simple as taking a little bit of chapped lip skin off is enough to have me bleeding profusely, it seems.
Yep.
But you know what else is bleeding? Marvel
Marvel.
at the
Yeah.
box office. Now,
Oh no, did the recent movie that come out, was it bad?
this is a conversation in cinema that happens more frequently than people debating whether or not Sam and Frodo were gay. So many people since the end of
Yo,
Endgame
so like low key, whenever I watched that film, I kind of had the same like vibe, but I was like, nah, there's no way, right?
have talked about how Marvel is dead and dying, and that superhero fatigue had finally reached
I don't
its
think it's superhero fatigue. I think it's just bad writing. It's just bad writing and bad like characters, honestly. I mean, look at Ironheart. Ironheart was a joke. There was like even the comics for Ironheart were received negatively. There's no reason Ironheart should have even been made.
molten core where everyone was done with MCU and how bad the quality was. But despite all of that hoopla, pretty much all of the MCU projects did decently well for the most part. Like, even unanimously hated stinkers.
It's just like Disney. Like Disney had, it's like a coasting period. So you keep watching it, hoping that eventually they'll make a movie that gets better because you want to support them because they did do past work that was good. And then you have that sharp decline in sales like Disney's having now, and the backlash sets in. And because Disney's like, well, they're not doing so good, and then and they're like, oh, well, the box office didn't do well. We don't know what happened. And then people are like, we'll tell you why it didn't do well because it fucking stinks. It's a stinker. It's a big old pile of poopy on the ground.
Like Ant-Man Quantumania still generated like $500 million. But
That's
the
crazy.
quality did
I was never a fan of the Ant-Man series. I just don't think it's very good. It seemed kind of boring.
significantly decline, and a lot of people were getting tired of it.
Like you couldn't compare Ant-Man and the Wasp to Thor Ragnarok. Hell, even Thor Love and Thunder wasn't as good as Ragnarok. Ragnarok was fucking awesome. Everything about Thor Ragnarok was obliterate, like it completely obliterated like most of the like spin-offs that came from Thor, or like it obliterated Ant-Man. Hell, I would even argue that the the Black Panther was better than Ant-Man. It's just a boring movie.
And some of them did actually not do well, like the Marvels. But on the whole, the MCU was still fine in the box office, but it was showing signs of weakness.
Yeah.
Now, they've released two decent movies back to back, Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four.
I've
But they're
heard both of these are okay.
not exactly doing the billion-dollar nut busting that the MCU was known for.
That's what happens when you ruin your reputation. That's what happens when you start printing crap. You're going to have to start from square one again. This MCU thinks that they're just going to automatically have people captivated because of prior movies like Thor, like, you know, the original MCU era of the Avengers. They're going to have to recaptivate the audience. That's the problem. Is that whenever you sit here and print slop for 4 years and it's not worth the shit, it's going to take some time to get people coming back around. Even if you're going to have to keep making the good movies. That's what's going to have to happen. You're going to have to keep making these good movies because you ruined your reputation and you have to get it back. Which I think Marvel Studio is more than capable of doing.
Fantastic Four is experiencing a 80% drop from its debut. So going
Jesus.
into its second week here, it has declined significantly. It had a
Nice.
great start and it had incredibly strong word of mouth, but it doesn't seem like that's translating to asses and seats.
Yep.
And Thunderbolts was the same thing. People saw it, they were surprised by how good it was, saying, Marvel's fucking back, baby. Fuck all your seatbelts, because we are in it again. But then that also didn't have the strongest box office run, which is now leading to the bigger conversation.
Well, like, the thing is like when you have stuff like Avengers and you grossed so much money from Thanos and the actors and the characters in it, and all you do is sit here and keep hiring and hiring and hiring and keep making more and more, you keep hemorrhaging more and more money into these movies, of course you're going to be faced with some pretty big problems. So it's time to stop hiring people and time to start firing people because you've got too many goddamn people.
And that's been had a lot about the state of the...
Let's be honest here. Let's get rid of that HR department too. You don't need that either. Those people will find any reason to stay. Get rid of them.
MCU. Are people just tired of it? Is superhero fatigue really setting in now, finally? Or is it mainly just Marvel? Because Superman has done great in the box office.
Apparently Superman's done phenomenal. Let me get some numbers here. How well did the new Superman movie go? It performed pretty well. It grossed, it's surpassing 500 million globally, boys. The new Superman movie might actually be worth a damn to watch. I was very skeptical at first, but maybe it's actually worth a watch.
It's been fucking slapping in the box office, and it's a good movie. Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four are also good movies, especially in a sea of dog shit that Marvel had been farting out for quite a few years, with a few exceptions like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And now it's left a lot of people wondering, well, what the fuck's going on? Why are they not having strong box office performances when these are finally some decent films from Marvel again? Yeah. And to be fair, I think it's a little overblown with Fantastic Four flopping and all of that with that narrative that's being spun.
I don't think Fantastic Four flop. I mean, if you had a good run on the first day, that's good.
Still at
Sorry that the same people that saw it don't want to go back.
$170 million worldwide in its second weekend. That is still pretty solid, but...
Like, to give you an idea of how good Endgame was, people went and saw that movie, like I knew people that went and saw that movie 2 or 3 times in the theater just for the hell of it. Like, your day of Endgame is over, guys. You had your peak. Unless you come up with something good and have a good cast again, your peak's done. You've hit your cusp. Enjoy, just slow ride down to the bottom. Hell, find an even ground. But don't expect it to peak like that again unless you've got some good stuff to bring to the table, because it's not going to happen.
Against its budget and its marketing, it still needs to make like $450 million or something from the reports I read. Same with the Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts generated $380 million total across its lifespan.
That's
in theaters,
good.
and it needed about $450 million for that break even. So like it still does have a little ways to go, but it's not doing like dreadfully. Like I don't think all the Marvel execs are in full force panic mode, sweating, contemplating, sitting on a cactus or something, like worried that it's all dried up.
Well, it seems like they're actually paying attention to what the audience is saying. So as long as they keep doing that, you're going to keep bringing in more and more people. So if this ever reaches the ears of a Marvel executive, I would say keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Like, honestly, because it's better than it being a complete and total like flop. Like, the past 2 movies that you've released apparently did really well, and I would say just keep doing that. Try to set the bar higher and higher every time you make these movies, and you will succeed again.
Marvel's dead. But it is less than you would expect for some actually good Marvel movies. It's an interesting topic, because again, this is a conversation that's been had a lot, but I had always just said, yeah, the films have gotten worse, but there's always going to be an audience for it. They're always going to make like over $500 million. Turns out that is not the case. These are better movies than the ones that were coming before it and performing much better. but it really does seem like people are checking out. A lot of people are starting to view the MCU kind of like homework that you have to do, like prerequisite reading and
Yeah, that's right. The all the TV shows that came out for it as well. They're trying to like implement that into. Oh yeah. Oh no, no. Yeah, that I almost completely forgot about that. He's right.
watching the shows beforehand and catch up on like 5 and 6 movies
Yep.
just to be able to go
Just to be able to understand some of the references that are in a movie is just kind of dumb. I'm gonna agree with Charlie on that for sure. Like, I think that's really stupid. I don't like if you guys are gonna make more movies, Marvel, you guys need to stop.
to like pretty strong films, but a lot of people just don't really care about.
To keep setting Marvel Studios. You guys got to keep. It's probably gonna be it for this video here. You have to keep, like I had said earlier, you have to keep setting the bar higher and higher. You guys are getting there, but you've got a long way to go. You've got such a long way to go.